Hello, happy Tuesday. How's everybody doing? Let me know when you're here. So tonight I'm gonna do something rainbowish because, well, why not, right? I had a real hard time trying to decide actually what I wanted to do. So I've got all kinds of different products in here. So I'm gonna wait a minute to see if anybody jumps on. I know that Tuesday, it feels like Tuesday's the new Monday in my world. I don't know. Hi, Tanya. Good evening. Good to see you. So, how are things going with you? I was just saying that it seems like Tuesday's the new Monday for me. Anyway, and I think it's because my husband's off on Mondays. So, as you saw from the thumbnail, hi Judy, good to see you. We're going to be using this Adult Sippy Cup die. And I've freak die cut all of that out. But let's take a look here. So I was thinking of like ways that we could, do different things to judge this up a little bit. So let me turn on my laminator because I think I'm going to foil tonight. So one of the ways was using this teacher flashcard. So I had already foiled this rainbow from the flashcard and I fussy cut it out. So my thought was maybe we could like put some black over that. I don't know what we're going to do, but I want to show you these flashcards because it's that time of year when we should be thanking our teachers. So we've got 8 designs, 24 panels. So you get 3 of each. It says teacher's gonna teach. Little kitschy. Blessed teacher. Live, love, teach. And again, you get 3 each. Cussy cut. Best teacher ever, which I'm gonna pull this out because we're gonna use that tonight. And then this teacher, which I've already used one because I obviously just showed you the foiled one, and then teachers change the world, which is so true, and teach, love, inspire. Yeah, and teaching is a work. My voice is so bad today. Teaching is a work of heart. So yeah, those are some of the ways that we could zhuzh it up. So I always say that the flashcards are good for foiling and they're great for card fronts. Like if you need that 2-minute card, but really you can use those for the inside. So what my plan is to use them on the inside of my card. But let's, while the laminator's doing its thing, I want to make sure it's on hot. And my laminator has hot and cold setting. And if I had it on the cold setting, we'd be sitting here 30 years from now. So part of this, with this release that came out, we had obviously the Adult Sippy Cup, but we also had this stamp set. I've got it backwards in my thing. I'm sorry, I didn't realize you had shoulder surgery, Tanya. I see a massage therapist. In fact, if you're on my personal social media, I took a picture of myself inside of an infrared. I did a cold plunge today, and I never thought I'd be brave enough to do a cold plunge, but I stayed in for 5 minutes, and then I went into an infrared sauna, and then I had a massage because I have a bum shoulder, and that kind of keeps me out of surgery. At least in my head it does. It might be that I just really like getting massages. So hi Gracie, say hello as always. So we've got keep chugging on, you got this, do the heavy lifting, we just go together, Adult Sippy Cup, and keep calm and carry on. And then the Adult Sippy Cup here, and we've got the guy and the girl, kind of like the little hipsters. And we are going to use a sentiment from this. And then I've got this Rainbow Dream stamp set. I don't know where my backer board went, but we've got the full rainbow. You guys have seen me use this before. This is actually on sale right now on the website. And it says, wildly chase your dreams. Dream in full color. Dreams don't have zip codes. And then we've got the different rainbows. There's more to you than what you've already done. So this is just a really nice uplifting set. So we're going to actually use this set to decorate the cup. So the first thing that I would say we're going to do is we're going to put the cup together. So I cut out 2 in case I made more than 1 card. But yeah, we're going to get this together. So my Stanley Cup, I've got multiples, but is like a dark maroon color, but I love the black ones. And with my cup was the inspiration for this, and it has like a gray straw and a gray top to it, and I love that for some reason. And I think it's mainly, if you guys are wondering what I'm doing, I'm looking for my reverse tweezers. The main reason I like it is because I drink tea, and that white straw in the other cups always looks grody, even though I clean it daily, you know. So I'm able to fool myself into thinking that I don't have a brown straw, even though I'm drinking tea. Alright, so I'm getting my Beverage art glue out. And so with this, we're going to get the pieces out. You guys are all probably saying you're supposed to put the pieces inside the box. What I like about these stacks is that they have a lip on them, so you can use them as a tray or as a thing. Hello, Crafted Meadow. Crafted Meadow rolled her eyes at me today. And why I use my tweezers, it's beyond me. So I'm just going to hold that down for a second. And then, let's see where I'm at. This piece. So even though this is going to be black on black for like this top, because if you look at my Stanley, it is like black on black where the lid is. So I'm just adding these things to add dimension. And what I like about Beverage art glue is that it dries clear and matte. Matte is the word. I know she did it out of love. It doesn't mean that she didn't roll her eyes at me anyway, Christina. Hello, Christina. And then we've got, let's see. I might need to look at my die for reals. Then this is a layering piece. See, so you can like raise that up. And we're going to do that in a second. But we're going to do some stamping here. So since this is a layering piece, do you see? We're going to stamp on that, okay? And I love all the etching that's in there so you can see like the shine and the details. And you can always add more details with like ink blending and that kind of stuff. But so my thought originally, so you guys know what I was thinking, was to take this piece and kind of like have that hanging off. And we totally could. I'm off screen. So we could do it like that. And then, so I would have inked this completely black. So if you want to see what that looks like, let's do that first. Just so you guys know what I'm talking about. So I am just taking any ink pad. And so with foiling, you can still get an ink. You can get like a emboss resist, basically. So all I did was ink over that white paper. We're not reinventing the wheel or anything like that today. And I'm going to take my chamois and I'm going to wipe that off. So this way you still have all of that detail, so it would look like it was part of the cup. So like where I did my horrible cussy cutting, you would never know. So let's bring back that panel. And so that's kind of what that would look like. And honestly, it's not really what I'm looking for, because I'm going to put it on a rainbow background. So I wanted you to see what the thought process was on some of this. Now I am going to wipe my hands really well so I don't get any more smudges on it. So here's the cup, and I've got a sticky mat in here, so it doesn't make a difference. Christina is saying that I'm not part of the family until Meta rolls her eyes at me, so I'm officially part of the family now. I love it, love it, love it, love it. So I'm going to use this guy. And this is from the Rainbow Dreams stamp set. Now you're going to see some thoughts and process here. So, you know, sometimes I know exactly what I want it to do, and sometimes I don't. So I wanted to see if we could use the Adult Sippy Cup and that, and we definitely could. Do you see? And I put my embossing ink away already. Dang it. So I'm just lining that up. I'm going to close my MISTI. I'm rolling all over the place. So last year I put roller skate wheels on my craft chair because they're less harsh on your floors. And I'm telling you, when I get up or I like shimmy, I feel like I'm gonna like I'm gonna go rolling off the side. It's kind of funny. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and we're going to stamp down the Adult Sippy Cup. And I'm using my frog pet press to get a really nice impression, which I did. So I have some copy paper here. And my white embossing powder should probably, so yeah, it's still on my desk. Yay! Always give it a flick or two to get the extra dust off. But that the cottontail embossing tool from the Rabbit Hole, which is the only patented tool out there on the market, is what I'm using. So I'm gonna put my gun on hot here. And I'm letting it warm up down below the speaker. Okay. I'm gonna close my embossing powder up because you guys know me. I'm a bull in the china closet. I'm gonna kind of wave this quid off. Gonna put this back in there. Now I don't have it lined up anymore to the actual stamp there, but now I'm gonna put that down. Try not to have it overcome the words, even though I think I overpressed. Lord, I just used my black ink. Okay, hold on. Take two. Cleaning that off with my stamp chamois. Using my Versamark, any embossing ink that you have will work. It's just what I have on my desk at the moment. Using our little frog again. Making sure I've got a good impression because I have this is a one and done at this point. Gonna do the same thing here. Say hello to Gracie. She's wanting to show her presents today. Okay. And I'm going to do the same thing, so we're going to have to go through that. Rabbit, what is his name? She's got... Christina, I'll let you answer that. So basically what I'm telling you is that you can kind of zhuzh up your die cuts by stamping whatever you want on it. Now we could go even further and we could use like our milky pens. I'm not going to do that because it doesn't match my paper, but we totally could color in that rainbow. I don't know, you guys, now that I see it, I kind of want to do it. Oh, you said ribbit. So Christina has bunnies. I thought that's what you were talking about. Do we want? Okay, I need an answer, guys. Do we want to take the time to color this in with these Milky Way Deco Gel pens? They are kind of fun. So I mean, we could like just color in those bows really nice. I'm waiting on an answer. So while I'm waiting on it, I'm just going to dust this off. I don't know if the glitters will show well. So these are the metallics, so you guys can see how that shows up. These are the sparks. So what color is this? This is, oh, we're not going to use brown anyway. Here's red. I don't know, does that show up enough? I'm thinking we're going to have to go with the metallic or the milky. Alright. I'm overriding you. Sorry, nerdy. We're going to go with the Milky Ways. So I am not very good with gel pens because I have a very heavy hand. But the key to them is that you're supposed to just hover. You're right, it's only paper. And it just shows how much of a monkey I am sometimes. I'm hating the way that's... Okay. So what do you guys think of these pens? So when that pink dries, I will go back over it a second time. I personally wish I had not done this. As in, it's bugging me and I'm really ready to quit and go back to my original. Oh, it's killing me. This is killing me. I don't like this at all. Okay. Alright, I'm going to the Sharpies. Now, if I only knew where all the other Sharpies were. But I think the Sharpie would be better, you guys. I never do this. I always tell you to keep going, but I can't do this. This is killing me. So we are going to repeat the process. Because if you don't like it, you don't like it. I tried it. Just wasn't what I wanted. I didn't know it until I tried it though. You know what I mean? So let's do the process over. Okay. Amanda says I should do you. That's what I'm doing. I'm doing me today. This is my party and I'll cry if I want to. You guys, I never clean off my stamps. If you all saw the condition that my stamps were in on a regular basis, you would just be like, what is wrong with her? So I am purposely going over on this side a little bit, and that's because there's a little strip on the die. Okay. Let's go ahead and ink her up again. I'm using the Versamark again. So my final decision is we are going with a black and white design for the cup. Sorry, you guys have to watch it all over again. But sometimes you just have to, the heart wants what the heart wants, you know? And my heart did not want that gel pen. And we're going to throw this back in there. I'm letting that powder cool before I stamp again. And I'm letting my finger cool down a little bit. So the key is you want to keep it moving. And I didn't get the best impression on this, but it's fine. I am going to treat that again with the powder tool, just because I feel like I had some schmutz on my hands, like maybe some of the stuff from some of the glycerin or whatever this is. It's in Versamark. Hey Brian, how are you? So we're making an Adult Sippy Cup card. And this is take 2 because I didn't like the first one. So always do as I say, not as I do, because I always say you never start over. It's just a chance for embellishment. I just felt like there was no room for embellishing it. So I don't know if my bird is acting extremely bad because she got a lot of attention this weekend. And so now she's being bad because she hears me talking to you guys, or if it's because there's a thunderstorm brewing outside. So I'm not sure which, but man, she's letting her presence be known today. Okay. Here, we're going to do this heat gun one more time. Thank you, Christina, for the validation that it was past the embellishment stage, because it was killing me. It was painful. I'm sure it was painful for you guys too. So we're back to the cup, and you know dimension is my jam. So we're gonna get some foam tape here, and we're gonna cut her some off, and then we're gonna get moving with this process. So this foam tape is a little bit on the, like, not as wide, it's a little bit thinner. And I like it, but it still gives nice dimension. So that's why I choose it. And so that I have some wiggle room. Brian, how's your family doing? I know you guys are going through a hard time right now, and I just wanted to say I'm thinking about you. You're in my prayers, you know, all those things. Because believe it or not, I do think about you guys, and I do pray for all you guys that I start, guys and girls that I become friends with online. And I just want you to know that I'm thinking of you, and if you need anything, you holler at me. Okay. Now this is like the shadow that goes underneath the cup. And I decided not to let go of the tweezers. Sometimes you just have to let the monkey be the monkey. Maybe this really does feel like Monday for me because I can't even get my fingers to work. Okay, there's that. Now, there is this piece here. Let's do the pieces first. So this piece goes across the top. This is where we're adding layers. Man, my hands are not working. I'm struggling, you guys. Maddie's graduating pre-K as we speak. Oh, that's awesome. And you know I had to put a little bit of metallic. So the paper that I used for the straw and for the shadows, that was actually has like a little bit of like stardust. I think it's called like stardust paper or something. I really like it, but do you see how that kind of just added all the things to it? Okay. So now we're going to move on to the layers. For all you layer people, this is for you. First thing we're going to do is we are going to put this bubble strip on here. I'm not 100% sure who makes this, but it's in my stash and we're using it. So, Brian says it's cute. So I want this higher up than... So I'm not making it square right now. So I'm just putting it so it's hanging off the edge. That's kind of the beauty of these is if you line up that one side, you can make this bubble however you want. So now I'm going to kind of wipe that glue away. I'm going to get my trimmer out. And I'm going to lob this off. So I had this cut to 5 inches in length. Okay, and then we're gonna do it at 3 3/4. Kind of seems to be my standard. And I have that a little bit off. That's a little wonky over here, so we're gonna flip her over and just cut it by a hair. There we go. And you know I'm gonna pop the things up. So you guys need to know if I am actually making you a card, whoever you is, you matter to me. And so I am going to spend the extra money on postage. So I have no problem putting like another forever stamp on you because I love you. Like if I'm taking the time to make a handmade card and I spent all the money I spent on supplies, I can afford another postage stamp. Now I know that there are people out there that are cringing and saying, nope, it's got to be flat. You've got to do all that. That's what I say. You do you, boo. But most of the time I'm hand delivering my cards, but I'm not. It doesn't bother me to put an extra stamp on it. It doesn't bother me putting it into a bubble mailer and spending $4 to mail it to you. So you need to know that I am extra. And you don't have to be. It's fine. It's just what I choose to do for my card, you know. So I did make this smaller. See, I was testing out some glitter. So Amanda is saying that she is team flat, and what's funny about that is mine and Amanda's card styles very much differ, and I think that's kind of what makes the world go round. So again, you got to find your joy in whatever, no pun intended, in what you're crafting and what you love to do. And everybody's got to do their thing. So now that was double-sided adhesive that I popped that up on. And again, I'm putting my Barely Art glue down because I won't get it on straight. I need the wiggle. I need the extra wiggle time, the wiggle room. So Christina is saying that she's all about the dimension, which we all know. We love you, Christina. See, I didn't. Okay. Had a funky little edge. Those things bother me, you guys. The funky edges and all that bug me. Okay. So now we've got this in there. Isn't it cute? But there's more. There's gonna be more. So Christina is saying that whenever she makes a flat card, that it makes her feel like they're not good enough. Don't let card making, I should put this flat end on the card. Don't let card making steal your joy. Getting my pokey tool out. Yay! Isn't it cute? I love these. I love the mini wobblers. They just make my heart happy. And now that I've been cooking my laminator over there, now I just need to find the foiling piece, and we're getting that out. And the reason I even thought to do this, to be quite frank with you, is most teachers I know always have to have like a big cuppa, and I know there are some that have like 3 of these on their desk. And so, and when I say some, I mean like I do. So this is the Rainbow Sparkle paper, or stuff from Pink and Main. I have not replenished this in the shop yet, but I plan to this week coming up. Now this is the same paper that I did my embossing powder on, so I'm like checking to see which side has schmutz on it, and it's definitely this side. So that's going to be on the outside because I don't want it to stick to my card. Make sure this is lined up the way I want it so it covers everything. And again, I'm just using my cheap laminator that I've had for years. And I'm feeding that through. You definitely could use a mink if you use the whatevers. Super fun, you know? But I feel like every teacher would identify with this. Like, just keep calm, carry on. That's what you tell the, I don't know, would you tell the student that, or did you tell the parents that? I usually find that you would tell the parents that. Hey Pam, good to see you. You love the mini Stanley, me too. I love the big Stanley that's behind me, full of my iced tea. All right. This is my favorite part, you guys. It's the reveal. Isn't it? Yeah, love it. I'm dancing. Oh my. So I am going to mat this. Because, you know, if you spend any amount of time with me, you know I'm matting it on the inside. And that's my everyday 3 3/4 by 5. And I'm just going to take a 1/4 inch off of each side. Now, normally, like if I add a stamp with it or an extra something, then I'll take it off the top or the bottom. But I want this one to be pretty centered. Okay. Hey Betsy, how are ya? Your card today cracked me up, or actually what you wrote with your card cracked me up today. She said no talkie before coffee. She used the coffee flashcards, and she goes, "That's me in the morning." I'm like, "It's me in the morning too." And so what's nice about Mr. Froggy here is that this here, if you get glue on it, all you have to do is take a pencil eraser and just take it right off and it cleans off. So I use it as a bone folder. I use it to adhere layers, and I use it on my Misty. And I always make top folding cards. Because I am not good at photographing side folding cards. Like, you finally, like, the picture's everything when you're doing this stuff for, like, design teams or for companies. And what I learned is that I cannot photograph a side folding card to save my soul. So, every one of them's top folding. Isn't it cute, though? And then you would still have this reserve that you could write anything you wanted to your teacher. But I just wanted to show you that you can use these flashcards for the front or the back. And I forgot to put the little the shine strip on. So we're going to do that now. And we'll see if I can get it right for once. You're having a bit of a crafty crisis. What's going on, Betsy? Am I right? Is this not the cutest? I think it may be. Do I need to be in focus now? Let's bring this in. Okay. And you know that I need a little heart. Where's the little heart on my desk? I really need to carry these in the store. I know. Whether it's a resin red heart or if it's a... for some reason, the candy heart is the one that speaks to me the most, but I should carry these in the store. Okay, and let's see, what do we want to use to embellish? Do we want... So Betsy's making a card for Friday. Everything I did looked awful and had to veer in another direction. So I think I finally got it to where you want it. Well, Betsy, that was kind of like me today. Like, I could not decide what I wanted to do with this cup. I wanted to foil it. I wanted to do blah blah. There was nothing that I knew what I wanted to do. You guys must get tired of me doing this. Do you guys get tired of me using the opalescents all the time? I just love these things. Like, I just love them. They're clear-ish, they're white, they're all the rainbow, and they're on my desk all the time. And every time I go to reach for anything else, it's like I always end up going with these, you know? So in our store, these are like 3mm, 5mm, and 4mm. So you kind of get like the gamut of sizes. So you can, you don't have, it's not just the one size will do it kind of thing. You kind of get a mix so that you can have some stuff going on, you know? And yes, we're adding some at the top. And I like these because they're flat and they don't have holes in them, you know? But I always go to this opalescence. I don't know why. I just love them. And I have so many gems in the store. Like, you would think that I would veer off, but a girl likes what a girl likes, you know what I mean? But look at how it like picks up all the different colors. I mean, it's like it adds stuff, but it doesn't take away, and I don't know. So what do you guys think? Love my whole sequins. Yep, amen. So what do you guys think? Is that like not cute as? This is so cute. So I just love this. I love the wobbler. I mean, how could anybody not love a wobbler? The wobbler makes everybody, like, their little heart sing. And I just love it. You like this card? Thank you, Pam. I appreciate that. So, yeah. Pam, you and I probably need to have a conversation or two. I think I gave you a very short email this morning just so that you had an idea of what was going on. But I will catch up with you because you and I, I owe you a real conversation probably at this point. But yeah, I'm so happy with this. So we used the foiling. We did not color. So everybody mark it on the calendar. Joy did not bring out her Copics. Because I know that's, those have been comments that have been made that I color too much. I did attempt to use my gel pen. And it looked like do. So that's what we've got going on tonight. So I am, believe it or not, I'm making dinner. I am going to make dinner tonight because he is not home yet, unless I didn't hear the door open. So I am actually going to make tacos tonight because that is one thing that I won't screw up. Now I will, talking about dinner, I always try to give Sean all the kudos. He did a spiral ham on the smoker yesterday. Holy smokes, no pun intended, but it was so good. He did so good. And then I don't even know what the sides were. It was like 9 o'clock by the time we ate dinner last night. But I'm gonna make tacos because I can't mess them up. So you're right. Wow, I missed no coloring. So, and Christina's like, but you love to color. I do love to color. It's my therapy. But every once in a while, I just want to show you something different. Look at that. I mean, you've got the rainbow on the outside. You've got the rainbow on the inside. I mean, chef's kiss. All right. now that I've talked about food, it is time for me to jump off here. I always try to make our Tuesday evenings kind of short because I don't have the attention span to like watch for hours most of the time, and I always pop in and out of lives like crazy. So I'm assuming that you guys do the same thing. And then our lunch hour ones are always at an hour because that's the whole point of the lunch and chat on Fridays. Okay, I do need to tell you, we have a new release that's hitting at 9 a.m. on Friday. And y'all, it is everything that Pajama Crafter Stamps is. And you have to come check it out. It is who we are. It is everything that we believe in. It is like, so the motto of my husband and our family is honestly God, country, family. And I will just tell you that this release is God, country, family. And you're going to love it. And I want you to tune in. There's an Instagram hop happening at 9 o'clock on Friday, and it'll last for like a week. I don't know. My design team coordinator did all that. So she will have all those details out there for you guys. And I still have to color it because I have not even colored it. But honest to God, this release is so near and dear to my heart that kind of makes me want to cry a little bit. I love it. I hope you guys love it. And please come back and take a look at it. And I will give you a hint. One of the stamps you've semi-seen already because it was one of the most requested images that I have on a flashcard. So it's now large and in charge on a stamp set. So come see me at 1 o'clock on Friday if you don't have a chance to see the website before then, because you know I'm going to be coloring the things. I'm going to be showing you my samples because I'm going to be coloring them all night long tonight. All right, I'm done talking. My throat hurts, and it's time to call it quits. Have a good night. God bless. See you on Friday. Toodles.